All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is YouTube. This is Pastor Dow, along with my brother, shotgun sidekick, Brother James.
Shalom.
Of course, you know, we're out early this morning. We've been up since 5 something. Knowing Brother James, he's probably been up since 3 o'clock or something like that. But we had to get a few things together before we left the community. We're going to get some building materials. Hopefully we can stick around for a few days and get a whole bunch of things done. But that's just the way it is when you live so far out. As we do. I mean, after all, if we go away from the land and we live at least an hour and a half from what you would probably call civilization, a few small towns here and there, but there's really nothing in between. But it's just like a day's labor, because by the time you get back and then you get to work and stuff, the day is pretty much shot. But we are blessed because it's the springtime and we have extended daylight hours, so we can work all the way up to the point till it gets till dawn. Until we can't see anymore, which is a blessing. But I was speaking to Brother James this morning, and because I had somebody sent me again in an email. They just simply don't understand. What they did is they called me a very angry man, and I said that's amazing because everybody doesn't view me as an angry man. Brother James, do you view me as an angry man?
No, sir.
Not at all.
Sensible common sense.
Sensible common sense. And I think what the problem is that I'm gonna hit the proverbial nail right on the head, like Brother James said this morning. He said the problem, Pastor, is that we've all been brought up a certain way, and then I'm paraphrasing what he says, but if you set yourself aside to learn the Bible, it's obvious that you've got to change your mind, because the way you've been brought up is not the way that the Bible teaches. And that's the problem that I'm having today. You see, for instance, people see how hard that I verbally, with my mouth, because I physically can't get my hands on them like Nehemiah did in the day of King David. I don't toy around and play around with these wicked sons of Belial, these wicked so-called people who are claiming to be Israelites. And, today's... many of you should thank the Father that you have social media networks. You should thank the Father that you've got telephones, and more than anything, you should thank the Father that you got the evil American Roman system of law set up. Because if it wasn't the case, I promise you, some of you that are my enemies that sit there and lie on me, I would fall on you like a heavy rain. That's exactly what I do. And see, and you Christians in this country right here, you've been, I ain't gonna say brainwashed, but you've been brain defiled, because anytime you see somebody like me speaking like this, you think that I'm an angry man. You think that I'm a man that all I want to do is hurt people, and I haven't hurt anybody. But I promise you one thing: in the day of our people, the Israelites, they didn't go run behind parchments. They didn't go run behind computers, because they didn't have them and all the other stuff. If you said something or you did somebody wrong in the day, that could mean your life, or that could really mess up the rest of your life, because people like the Israelites, they just simply didn't play. Give you an example right here. There was an evil, wicked man by the name of Nabal. The Bible actually calls them the sons of Belial. David defended him and protected his goods and his wares, everything that he had. And of course, the servants of David entreated him very kindly and nicely. That's like me. I do a lot of good, kind things for people, and I'm rewarded evil over and over and over and over again. Is that right, Brother James?
Yes, sir. I understand everything you're saying.
And so it's a sad situation. Now, you won't know that until, if you had any character and honor about you and yourself, that you listen to both sides of the story, because there's two sides to every story. But let me show you what my ancient people did. When Nabal, that son of the devil, that son of Belial, just like we have a lot of people today, they'll get on this YouTube and they'll speak evil things about me and stuff. And of course, I say, to hell with it, let's go to war. But society, this Greco-Roman European society, through their laws, they protect you. And you should thank the Father for it, because the day is coming that you're not going to be protected. So run your mouth, say what you got to say, lie, and get all the other sons of Belial that you can get with your disparaging comments and your evil, wicked, lying words, because that's what you do. David got upset, and he bought his army, half of them, at least 200 men. He had 400 there, but he bought his army down to Nabal, and he was getting ready to, listen to what I say, fall on him like a heavy rain. In other words, David is getting ready to go to his ass. That's totally different than this American Christian society, who has taught you some type of foreign doctrine of if one man smites you on one side of the cheek, you turn the other. Well, damn, if the ragheads, that's what they call them, the Arabs so-called bombed the Twin Towers up there in New York, did we turn the other cheek as a country? Oh, hell no. Not only did we not turn the other cheek, but we're killing their women, we're killing their children, we're killing and bombing the hell out of the whole entire countryside. We're sending our sons and our daughters to fight for these rich people who they told us who did it, and we believe the mess simply because we're in this country. It's a sad situation, but anyway, back to the account right here, and that's the reason why many of you still function in a Christian mindset. In your mind, you just toe up, you ate up, literally ate up. But David went down there to take care of Nabal's ass. That's basically what he did. Nabal had a very understanding wife by the name of Abigail. By the way, Abigail ended up being David's wife. That's how the Most High deals. You see, he deals like this. For instance, the parable of the talents. If you're a piece of crap and you don't mount anything, and he's giving you one talent, he'll take it away from you and give it to the one that has the most. That is Christ. See, you people don't understand this because you've been so tainted. Many of you are converted from being a Christian to Messianic, from being a Christian to Hebrew, or Messianic to a Hebrew, or from Christian to Messianic to a Hebrew, and you still have the roots and the smell and the stench of your Christianity on you, and you have no idea what it means to be an Israelite. So you cowards and you sissies, you get behind this little monitor right here and you say your little, look at they did, and then you get all the other weak, sorry people, and it's designed for that. You are designed to get the ones that are cowardly, weak, and sorry, because that's the way you are. And you don't understand that Yah is a man of war. That's what he clearly says in the Torah. And we are people of war, but we also first and foremost a people of peace. The only time we begin to make war is when you make war with us. The only time we begin to defend ourselves is when you do something wrong to us. And there are a lot of people out there who I have done really good by, a whole lot of good by. Some of them I've opened up the doors of my house and let me live and let them live with me. Would you do that? Hell no, you wouldn't do it. And then to come to find out that they are nothing but sons of Belial, sons of the devil, because they are just some evil people from the beginning. So David was getting ready to fall on Nabal and kill him and take all of his spoils. But he had a very understanding wife that prevented him from doing it, because she wouldn't pay obeisance to him. In other words, she went and bowed down to him, fed him, gave him wine, and spoke to him wisely. And he took heed to what she had to say and stuff. And that was a very wise wife, a very righteous woman married to a wicked-ass man. And in case you hadn't figured it out now, Yah is dissolving a lot of these so-called Christian marriages that you people have got under the banner of these lies about, thinking that you understand the way of the Most High because you try to fuse Christian understanding and Christian doctrine with Hebrew thought and Hebrew culture and Hebrew way. And as the old song goes, many of you finding out you got another thing coming. Most people don't have to endure your indignities and your insults and your injustices. And a lot of people are beginning to understand this word, not from a Greco-Roman, European, Catholic, Christian perspective, but they're understanding from a Hebraic perspective, because you're listening to a Hebrew that is speaking to you right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, I said it once, I said it again. A lot of you people that sit up and hide behind these damn cameras, especially you men, Boy, I tell you what, man, you better thank the Father for the United States of America. You better say God bless, because if it wasn't for the United States of America, I'd have been done fell on your ass like a heavy rain. I'd have put the evil away, not only from me, I put the evil away from anybody else who you have done the evil to once you have crossed my path. Now, I'm not making no threats. Them are promises. Them are literal promises right there. I understand the laws of this land, but I'm telling you the difference between Hebrews and you wicked, cancerous-fed Christians and the mindset that you have in this country right here. So keep on hiding behind your social media networks. Keep on lying and doing what you do, because all you're going to do is gain and get people after your similitude. Some of you are just sons of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Sons of Nabal. I mean, I go on. Sons of Judas. I mean, it's just the way it is. Diopetres, Demas. I mean, that's just the word, what you are. And you're not fooling me, and you're not fooling the righteous. But anyway, let me put a closure to this. But David was a man of war as well. And David didn't put up with a bunch of bull in his day. And you people equate a man passionate, a man very strong, a man that stands on principles, morals, and values, holiness and righteousness, as a man either out of control or a man that is easily to be taken advantage of. No. You got it all wrong. I promise you that. And that's why that these people tuck tail and run. And they better tuck tail and run too. Because it wasn't too long ago that I had to end up falling on a man like a heavy rain, but I didn't get to rain on him as much as I wanted to, because I had my own brethren through the Christian mindset that they were functioning in, preventing me from really getting to them the way I wanted to. But that's okay. That's all right. They understand better now. Our people understand this. You come to our community, you come to any one of our places, you do harm to one of our people, you're going to have a whole bunch of Israelite men that's going to come down on you. I promise you that. Now, what are you saying? Well, look at the United States of America. Allegedly, you come and bomb Twin Towers and stuff, and you kill these people and stuff, and guess what? We've repaid Iraq, Afghanistan, portions of Iran, a lot of people over there across the big pond, including Africa. You paid dearly for that with your lives. With your lives, by the justice of the United States of America, by bombing. So, I understand what the law says, but I promise you this. A lot of people, they'll get up there and they'll talk all that smack and talk all that junk behind a camera and stuff, but they damn sure won't come to our face and do it, especially they won't come to mine. And that is the truth. Because I'm not going to sit up there and listen to your mouth run. I'm going to fill it up with something. And I know that you people don't understand stuff like this. I know you don't, because you have been modified in your mindset. But the bottom line is that David was getting ready to go down and kill Nabal and take all his substance, including his wives, but he ended up with his wife anyway, Abigail, who was a woman of beautiful countenance, a woman of great understanding. The king is getting ready to come. The king is getting ready to come. So these fake Hebrews and these fake Torah people out there, you people better be very careful what you're listening to and what you're dealing with. Because these people are not Israelites, not by a long shot, and they definitely do not have the spirit of a Hebrew in them. And that is the truth. And that's the truth straight way. Anyway, Brother James, what do you think about that little short commentary there, my brother?
That's spot on. I mean, it's people they're not polite anymore. People were a lot more polite when everybody toted guns and there was something to lose. And eventually it's going to go back to the law of the land and the book. That's my opinion.
I agree. Now, that's coming from a man of wisdom, old man of wisdom right there. You think about that, it is true. In the Wild Wild West, they call it, people are a whole lot more careful about their words when everybody was toting guns on their side, and they themselves was the law. Think about that. Oh, did they have sheriffs and all the other stuff? Yeah, but boy, their courts wasn't jacked up the way it is today. You had witnesses around that you insulted someone, you could have died that day. That day. Boy, my, times have changed. Times have really truly changed. And guess what? With the way things going today, it's going to get even worse. I hope I said something that will bring understanding, that you will begin to understand my passion. I'm not one to get on. I ain't got time for social media network. I'm a working man. I don't have time for Facebooking. My face is always in the book called the Bible. I don't have time for these keyboard ninjas. I don't have time for it. I'm a righteous man, and I attend to plenty. And that's just the way it is, and that's the truth, that true straight way. For those of you who have ears to hear, you will hear, and those who don't, you won't. But know this, when the king comes, who you call Jesus Christ, he's going to kill a lot of people. A lot of people getting ready to die at his hand, and that's going to be called justice. And America is going to be the first one to feel the fire.